In this example, we're going to be discussing a rectangular prism, and we have some information here about that prism. We know the volume is going to be given by this algebraic expression, and it's in cubic meters. We also have its width and its depth, and both of those we have algebraic expressions of for. But what it is we're looking for here is the height. We're not sure what the height is. So remember, the volume for any rectangular prism is the width times the depth times the height. And sometimes we use different words, length, width, depth, or whatever, but it's still the same three dimensions here. We're going to multiply them. So if we know the volume, right, and we know the width and the depth, and we're looking for the height, really we need to solve for h. So we could divide both sides by w and d. So really what we have here is the height is going to be the volume divided by the width and the depth. So really what that means is we need to take this expression given to us, which represents the volume, and we need to divide it by both of these. We'll divide it first by the width and then by the depth, and let's see what we have. So let's go ahead and do that. 45x to the fourth plus 75x cubed. And we're going to divide that by 3x times 5x squared. We could do it a couple of ways. We could divide first by this and then divide by this, or we could multiply this together and then do the division together. And that probably would be the better way to go about doing it. So 45x to the fourth plus 75x cubed. Let's divide that by the product here, which 3 times 5 is 15. And then x times x squared will be x cubed. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to divide this fraction into two separate fractions, both which have that common denominator of 15x cubed. And we'll go ahead and simplify each of those two terms independently. So the first one then, 45 divided by 15 looks like 3. And then x to the fourth divided by x cubed. When we're dividing like bases, we'll subtract the exponents. So 4 minus 3 is 1, so 3x. And plus, looks like 75 divided by 15 is 5. And then x cubed divided by x cubed, well, those just cancel. So we actually have 3x plus 5 for the height, and those units will be meters. And we'll say that's going to be the height for our rectangular prism. So up here, we'll just say right there, that guy is 3x plus 5. And now we know it. So we had our rectangular prism, we knew the volume, and we had a couple of its dimensions. So we were able to find the final dimension using division. We took our polynomial and divided it by the monomial that we got by multiplying those two dimensions together.